And that was some really great conversation Daniel had with his people on Beyond the Headlines. And it's time for entertainment now. And today it's all about fine arts, my favorite thing in the world. Art is something that I feel comfortable with when I'm in, like when I'm there and I'm present with it. And I have two wonderful, amazing artists that are here with me. Some of the things that they do is quite confusing, so I allow them to explain it. But welcome to Entertainment Now. My name is Ajele Doku, and I'm here with Winfred Amwa and Esther. Winfred, you were mixed martial or mixed artist and vernacular artist?
So I'm a mixed media artist.
Mixed media artist and a vernacular artist.
So the vernacular, it's more of me engaging the society, the community.
Okay.
So I see vernacular. In that sense, yeah.
And what's mixed media?
So mixed media, I incorporate a lot of materials like textiles, plastics, cork cards, and maybe acrylic on canvas. Yeah.
To create artwork?
A piece, right?
I can't wait to see it. Right. I can't wait. Like my mind is already running on that one. And Esther, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Okay, I'm also a mixed media artist, but I basically deal with fibers.
Fibers?
Yeah. Fibers, I'm interested in fibers a lot because they help me to manipulate express myself the way I want. So I use cane shavings, sometimes I use paper pulp to create artworks.
Now, art is a great escape for everybody, whether it's music or painting or singing, and it's a way that we can express ourselves, our emotions, our culture, wherever we're coming from, whatever we're feeling. It's a place that when I say I love being there, it's a place I like getting lost in. So this is something I'm excited about, that we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
What's the difference between what both of you do? Because you said you work with fibers, and he works with materials.
Right.
Yeah.
So isn't it the same? Because materials could be fibers as well, or?
The difference has to do with what each of one of us are saying with our artworks. Yeah. Because they are all fiber, they are all materials, but each material has an issue that it presents, an issue that it addresses. So the difference lies in that.
Yeah, I think it's just right. So it goes with the narrative of what the individual artist is saying.
Yeah.
So that is it. That is art for me. It's the narrative. Yeah, so what comes out from the narrative? Exactly.
What inspires you, Winfred? What brings about everything? What's the inspiration behind everything that you do?
So my inspiration comes from the society, because society is key, and I always collaborate with the society. Means I have to invite the society into my studio, ask some few questions, and then experiment with the works. Then I get my works.
Wait, when you say society, are you talking about the elements as the people, the buildings, or what?
So I'm talking about the people, the buildings as well, and then the community as a whole as well. Right.
I see. And how often are you doing this?
So I'm a full-time artist, and so it's like everyday thing I do. Yeah.
You as well? You're a full-time artist as well?
Yeah.
You're full-time. Now, when you're doing art, there's a lot that has to go with finances.
Right.
And it goes hand in hand, because buying the materials and stuff like that. Sometimes if you're speaking to the community, somebody would wonder why you should come and sit down and have a conversation without going away with nothing. Am I right?
Right.
So how is that funding, coming up with the things that you do?
With the funding, it has not been easy, but thankfully now we have a lot of commercial galleries and emerging creators and collectors who are investing into the art scene now.
Wonderful.
And so I think they are really helping us
out,
in one way or the other.
So Esther, are you doing exhibitions?
Yeah. So far I've had 2 solo exhibitions, and I'm trying to organize another one this year. I had a collaborative exhibition that was in February with Nubuke Foundation in East Legon.
Yeah.
We had it in Wa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was titled Worry.
Worry.
Yeah.
Meaning?
It's all about weaving narrative.
Reading. Okay.
Yeah. It's a collection of artists that a collection of artworks that talks about weaving weaving from the north as compared to the contemporary artists who are also have weaving as their.
And how was the feedback from that?
It was great. It was great. I had a lot of comments. You know, one thing about the exhibition is that it helps you to rethink. It helps you to reanalyze. It helps you to look at your work different way, because the audience that come to the exhibition have their own interpretation of your work. You might give your own interpretation, all right, but the audience also will give their own interpretation, and then you're able to gather a lot of information from that.
Winfred, are you also doing exhibitions as well?
Yeah, so with the Warrior exhibition, I was part.
Oh, wonderful.
Right, yeah. And also, I think last year, we did an exhibition at New Bouquet Foundation, where it's titled Untitled. So, right, so it's a group exhibition. I was also part. Currently, I'm exhibiting at New York, Harlem. Yeah, Calabar Gallery.
Oh, that's deep. That's good.
Right, Calabar Gallery. In October, I would also have a group show as well in New York. Yeah. So.
And how is, we're all dealing with COVID.
Right.
It's affected all of us one way or the other.
Yeah.
How are you dealing with COVID? What has the impact been like on artists like you?
I would say that COVID was along the line a blessing, because it's converted everything virtually, where artists can, sit in their rooms and exhibit their works on Instagram, and then it exposes a lot of artists to virtual platforms online. Exhibition that, excuse my language, you might not be able to even get to go in person. Through this COVID and this virtual system, you're able to, log in online to see the exhibition and all this stuff. So, and make friends through the comments and all this stuff. So I would say COVID was also a blessing in disguise. Aside that, COVID brought a lot of innovations in art, because we had artists organizing art talks online on Instagram, and then you join in, you listen to the talks, you learn a lot of things from
I see, that's
there.
wonderful.
So,
that's wonderful. Well, I have a lot more coming up for you with the fine arts. You don't want to go anywhere. You want to experience this. I'll take a quick break. When I come back, it's going to be explosive. Back from the break, and it's still entertainment now. I've been joined by Jay here, and he's already picking the things. I told you it's going to be explosive. Art is so incredible. Look at these amazing things out here on the table. This display is just amazing. See, I am so in love with this. Look, it's so beautiful. Sometimes you see something else when the artist explains to you what it is, you just get blown away by it. See, I love art. I live for this. I can be here and just be looking for the rest of the day.
Well, as for me, I've been battling science students since the inception of art itself. That's art rules. Art is a science. It's a study of a science.
Look at this.
And so I know they'll hate me for this, but I mean, I think we can go through some of the things that you guys have over here. This is brilliant. They say that it's one thing, it might look easy to achieve, but it is the thought of it that makes it beautiful. And that's one thing that artists stand by. Once we are creative enough, and I say we are creative enough to to think of the things. So maybe they can run us through what they have. Okay, we can start off with one close to you.
I got this one right. This is raffia.
Yeah, this is raffia.
Esther, tell us about it.
this is raffia. I collected it from the material from 37.
Okay.
I basically
From 37, the hospital or the area?
The area.
The area.
Yeah, behind Edinkra Heights.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Was there abundance of raffia there?
No, we have some cane craftsmen there.
Yes.
Okay.
Craft. So I basically go to collect this material after they are done, and then I try to transform.
As well?
This is nice.
Okay.
I try to transform them and then manipulate them into.
Is this something I can put on the door?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to.
It's
Wow.
nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. So what is it used for? I mean, we've seen it. It looks quite, intricate or complicated to do to achieve it. But so what is it used for?
Actually, I was interested in how this strand came about.
Okay.
For the mere fact that it represents a lot of actions put together, because the material doesn't exist in nature like this. Somebody has to split, somebody has to sharpen the raffia and all this stuff. So I was intrigued about the actions, and then as in a lot of activities coming together
Wow.
as a whole.
Wow, this is interesting. I think if you probably get different shapes, you can easily even hang them on your wall
Yeah.
in certain arrangements.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Did you dye this one?
Yeah, I dyed it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can tell. The color is so perfect. It came out so well.
Yeah, one is an African, one is a.
Application. This has to do with paper modeling. Actually,
Okay.
I started with this before I came to the raffia.
Okay.
Yeah, with this particular drawing, I was looking at this sharp.
Let's show it to the screen properly. Okay, I can hold that. Yes,
Yeah,
nicely.
I was looking at this sharp silence that comes around anytime you hear the crack of broken glass, the harsh sound of a broken glass. You know, the moment you hear that from the kitchen, there's this kind of series of thoughts, actions, confusion that goes on within that speed
Yes.
of time before you're able to
Wow.
ask the next question. So I was looking at that. And
Wow.
I've titled it Uncertainty.
Wow. So this is actually what is this made of? Paper.
Paper pulp.
Okay, paper.
Do I
so
see two men?
More like 2 men, 3 men, you know.
yeah.
So many activities.
Happening there. So is it did you actually hand fix this, or did you have to do any?
No, I model.
You modeled it.
Yeah.
Wow, this is beautiful. This is very nice. So I mean, if you were to put value to this in terms of costing, what would you give it personally? Not necessarily what has gone into it, but if you were to put value on this.
Actually, maybe
I would sell this for 5,000 cedis. Plus.
you know, these are the two works that I find it difficult to price because of the emotional attachment.
Attachment you have to it. They're beautiful.
This is lovely.
yeah.
It looks like somebody playing drums.
Yeah, multiple drum, like more like multiple taxing.
How long does it take you to create this?
On the normal, I get like 1 week. When
Wow.
the sun is very high, but on a rainy day, it takes like.
Wow,
3
this
weeks.
is
Because you have to wait for it to dry.
wow. This is interesting. Then after you sprayed it, right?
Yeah.
Wow,
It's lovely.
this is lovely.
Very.
Honestly, I mean, well, okay, all right. So that's nice. Esther will put this here. And like I said earlier on, that next time we'll wear gloves, you know, because of the value.
these
of
are
the product.
masterpieces.
Yeah, these are masterpieces. You know. Well, actually, so talking about more masterpieces. Now we're going to put this also up here. Now this is what we call. We don't throw the pieces away.
No, not at all.
Not at all. We don't throw the pieces away.
fantastic.
Wow. What do you call this?
So I say it's a mixed media piece.
A what piece?
A mixed media.
A mixed media
right,
piece.
right. Because it incorporates.
Joy FM, Adrum FM,
Right.
Peace FM,
Asempa.
Right.
Our
So,
brands are all in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
so it first starts with a conversation in the studio with the audience, like with the what's the name? With the clients,
Wow.
Yeah.
and then I would have to move to the canvas. Now I have to sketch. After
Let's take it up a little bit. Yes.
After the sketch,
Yeah.
then I have to go look for materials that I think I need for the piece. And so that's how it starts.
Now, how long does it take to put this together? Like with the concept and everything and decide on what materials you want to?
Okay, I think it takes, let's say, 3 weeks maximum. Right. Creating
Wow.
a piece. Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
This is breathtaking. This
What-
is so nice.
You know, like if this is from when I watched it on the screen and I'm saying to myself, wow, this is actually very good.
Yeah.
This is actually very, very good.
Very, very
Like,
beautiful.
I like the rough finishing.
Right.
Yes, of it. That's what actually gives me the 10 on. You know, when I look at the way it is, and it might look very simple, like I'm just sticking a piece of cloth, but I see that you've actually created a wonderful. It's so African.
Right.
It's so African.
Yeah.
It has no color, but it's so African.
I feel like she
That's
was
how I
like,
see
you
it.
know, one day she stood behind the window and said, let me take a selfie
Right,
of
yeah.
myself.
But I think it's more than that. The title, it's a series. So it's called Within.
Okay.
So Within is capturing ladies who are into mental illness.
Okay.
And so when you take a critical look at their eyes, you see that the position of the eyes is changed a bit.
Yeah.
When you look at this as well,
Let's look at that as well. Let's put this one down.
Okay.
Yes, and then
Yeah.
we can
This is beautiful.
we can look at this. Okay, so tell us about the eyes now.
so you see the eyes is covered. So these people go through a lot of things at home,
Yeah.
especially when they are neglected by their husbands and all of that, to take care of their children. So these things are things that is in our society that we don't really pay critical attention to.
Exactly.
So as an artist, I want to bring this narrative on board for people to express and see how we could solve these issues out.
Wow. I mean, working through art to send a very strong message out there. Let me ask you, if you didn't use material like this, pieces of cloth, what else could you have used?
Maybe plastic or something, because when you take a look at this, it's plastic.
Yeah.
Right, so so I'm just incorporating a lot of material.
The outfit, is that another fabric altogether?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's another fabric altogether.
It looked like you took time to paint it out. It's very beautiful.
Is there a reason why you chose only women? Because we are here.
Yes. I think women now are more vulnerable than men when it comes to women abuse.
Is there a conversation we're going to have on our
Very soon.
On our relationship conversation?
Very soon.
Are women more vulnerable than men?
Which is a good topic to
Yes.
I want to ask a quick thing. What's that other picture of the woman with the blue face?
So this is my previous work.
Yes.
And so I added my previous work to this.
Yeah.
And so this is also talking about mental health. So I wanted people to revisit my previous work. So when you take a look at the background of my previous work here, these are research articles at the background.
Okay.
That's cool. Super cool. Did you paint that, or that's a picture of somebody else?
So I painted it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then the research articles at the back.
This is beautiful.
Is society fair to artists? Visual artists?
Yes. And
In terms of the attention and the support, do you feel it's okay?
Well, I think, okay.
I would say it's okay now.
Now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's okay now because previously, when a son or a daughter want to pursue visual art, it becomes a whole issue, different ball game altogether. There's resistance from parents and all this stuff. But now the idea and then the narratives are changing a bit. I should say. And then through private institutions and private galleries,
exhibitions are coming up.
People are getting to see more works. People are getting to, hear more of Ghanaian artists and all those, and be able to understand.
Actually, Esther has got an emotional attachment to her pieces, but
no, let's decide that after.
We will discuss that off air.
Yes.
And
as your manager, I'll handle everything.
Exactly.
So now we have a lot of institutions in town.
Yeah.
We have Black Star Line.
Yeah.
We have Nubuke Foundation, Gallery 1957. Bringing out exhibitions to support artists.
All right.
Okay. But I think I don't really blame society much because I think they didn't get enough inspiration from retrospective artists.
Yeah.
Because then they had what's the name? The local media.
Yeah.
So they didn't really have a view in art. It didn't really
as opposed to now how digital media has enhanced the appeal.
Yes.
Because now I could just sell from Instagram or something.
That's beautiful.
Right. So I think that is it. Yeah.
So basically, go visual arts. Go visual. We take it.
We're rocking the world now.
Yeah.
So Esther and Winfred, thank you so very much. Really appreciate it. Art rules, right?
I know art is ruling. Okay. Yeah.